Show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses, baby.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus. Let's talk about celebrities. Let's talk about current events. Let's talk about the things you don't see on regular TV. So join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG Time. Oh, so join us on BG Time. BG Time, yeah, yeah. BG Time.
When they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? That ain't that what we're supposed to do? But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven?
What's up, Facebook?
What's up, Facebook? You know that your boy Lil
Flex going to do a drop, man. You little
Flex.
flex.
You already know that it's your boy Lil Flex. We are live, direct, straight shots.
Night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Oh, here in heaven. Oh, 'cause I don't belong here in
Yeah, man. So Jonah Ware, man, that's like my little brother, aka Lil Flex, aka Bop King. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So when he got to the stage, you already know what it was, and I purposely had this young man to go to this event because I wanted the people. I knew it was gonna be a church type event, sort of a lot of church people, but I wanted him there so that people could understand reality. You know what I mean? So when you look at him, it's reality. You know what I mean? The struggle is reality. In his music, you can hear it in his music, but you can also understand that he has an element of God. You know what I mean? So when he came to the stage, I said, yeah, we're going up even further.
All right. Let me fix this mic, baby. Let me fix this mic. All right, y'all. It's your girl. It's your girl, the Missus, baby. The Missus with them kisses, baby. A whole year older. A whole year older, baby. This was my birthday. It was my birthday, baby. It came on through. It came on through and went on through. It came and it went, baby. And Saturday, a time was had. Friday night, a time was had. And this Saturday, a time is going to be had. Okay? So, again, thank you to each and every person out there. Oh my God, it was so overwhelming. All the people out there that was shouting me out, saying happy birthday, the cash apps, the Zelles, the gifts, just everything. I'm just so thankful and appreciative. Um, so many people just wanted to say happy birthday. So many people. And I wanted to get back and just at least try to like all of them, but I couldn't. It was too many. It was too many. So I definitely apologize if I didn't get the chance to, hit your like button. Hit the like button. I apologize. But shout out to Wendell. Shout out to Wendell, baby, and my husband. If y'all was watching our personal page. Everybody ain't got that page, but millions of y'all do. Millions. When I say millions, millions of y'all do have that page. And y'all saw me on there. Baby, I was out of my mind, out of my mind, out of my mind. But like I said, a time was had, okay? But we did a photo shoot. Y'all see I got a new picture in the background. But we did a photo shoot Friday night. Baby, when I tell you, it was so much fun. It wasn't nobody but me, Poolie, and Wendell. That's it, my photographer. But baby, we had so much fun. We had so much fun. So shout out to Wendell, shout out to Poolie. I really appreciate them, helping me try to get this vision together. That's basically all I'm doing, just trying to get this vision together, do what God asks of me to do, and do it right. Okay? Do it right. So we are here to 4 years of PGT time on April 30th, baby. April is big for PGT time. April is always big for PGT time. I have my birthday in April. We have Yo ATL Raps. Yo ATL Raps in April. We also have PGT time. Birthday. Born day. We have PGT time April 30th. April 30th, it will be 4 years of PGT time. So, baby, when I tell you, we always have to have okay? Numbers looking good in April. Baby, life is good. In my future voice, life is good, baby. It's good. I can't complain. I can't complain. And if I did, it wasn't gonna do no good anyway. It wasn't gonna do no good. So let's go ahead, y'all. Let's get started with this show, okay? Y'all just saw Jonah. Y'all just saw Jonah. Jonah is our 2-week Peachy loved one. Y'all know I try to keep it going for these families when they come on the show. Shout out to Montoya. Montoya is Jonah's mother, and she came on with her family. And baby, we had a great time. We was in studio at that time. I think this was about a year and a half ago when they came in studio. And baby, we had a great time. Do you hear me? We laughed, we cried. Um, she had no idea what I had planned for her. So if you guys want to go and watch the show, you can go on YouTube or on Roku TV and you can watch it on there. All you have to do is type in Jonah Ware live on Peachy Tea Time. That's all you have to do. And you will see his mom and his family on. And baby, when I tell you this young man, I'm gonna call him little boy. This young man was a legend. Do you hear me? Louisville, Kentucky, stand up. Y'all knew exactly who Jonah was. Little flicks. They are actually going to be honoring the death of Jonah, and they are going to be doing something special for his mom, Montoya, on April 31st, I do believe it is, April 31st or April 30th of this year. So it's something real big that's going down in Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. So make sure y'all show up and show out. Do you hear me? All right, y'all. We got to go ahead and get started with this show, y'all, because I got some stuff to show y'all tonight. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, we couldn't do all the little cutesy stuff. We just couldn't do it. We just couldn't do it this time. I'm sorry, but we couldn't. I just had such a long day today. I'm tired, but y'all know I always got to come through for y'all. No matter what. No matter what. I always got to come through for y'all. So let's go ahead. We're going to get started with this triple. Not one, not two, but three. Okay? The suspect has been arrested. So we're gonna start with that, with the suspect being arrested, and then we're gonna we're gonna listen to what the daughter had to say. But the daughter in Detroit lost her mom, her sister, and her daughter by the hands of this no good ninja. That's what we're gonna call him, a no good ninja. Okay. So let's go ahead, check this video out, and then we will get back to it. Give me one moment. This is in Detroit, baby. Detroit, y'all better stand up. Y'all better stand up, D. The D-Town. Let me see. There you go. D-Town, y'all better show up and show out, baby. Because these folks, I don't know what they had going on. This was a mess. I'm like, oh my gosh. This is really happening in Detroit. Yes. And is. So let's go ahead, y'all. Y'all ready to listen to it? So sad. So sad. Here we go.
A federal gun charge against the man suspected in the murders of 3 people, including a 9-year-old girl, tonight. A new 7-page complaint shows how police were able to catch 29-year-old Edward Redding on Sunday.
Redding was arrested after leading state police on a chase in Detroit. Meanwhile, federal prosecutors say he's the prime suspect in the death of his ex-girlfriend, her mother, and his ex-girlfriend's niece. Their bodies were discovered in a burned-out car Sunday in the area of 30th and Milford on the city's west side. Erica Erickson joins us live. And Erica, that complaint has shed new light on what happened here.
Yeah, it certainly has. We saw Redding in court. He was wearing a beige jumpsuit. He had chains around his wrists, his waist, his ankles. He's hearing the charges against him in federal court. Take a listen to the details.
An unimaginable scene on Detroit's west side, a charred car, 3 lives taken. Now, the man suspected in that triple homicide arraigned Tuesday on a federal charge of a felon in possession. This all stemming from that horrific scene early Sunday, what Detroit police are investigating as a triple homicide. 3 bodies found inside a torched car. Sources say Redding's 44-year-old ex-girlfriend and her mother were found shot in the head in the back of the burned car. And his ex-girlfriend's 9-year-old niece also found with her throat slashed in the back seat, all of them set on fire. Sources say his ex-girlfriend had been babysitting, but her nephew was not hurt in the home. Court documents say within 25 minutes of 911 calls, the Detroit Homicide Task Force able to track a silver Saturn Vue to Edward Redding. And when trying to stop him, they say he took off southbound on I-75, driving on the shoulder and into oncoming traffic, and then exiting and running red lights, trying to get away. Redding losing control and crashing into a median. Police say he tried to run again, but troopers arresting him and finding a black Smith & Wesson .38 caliber revolver inside a brown bag on the front passenger side floor. Redding police say later admitting to seeing and touching the gun, but says he ran because he was on parole and wanted to return the gun, manufactured outside of the state, to its owner. The 29-year-old convicted felon out on parole from offenses in 2010, including armed robbery, carjacking, and felony firearm. Redding record shows sentenced to 11 to 22 years in prison and serving roughly 13 of them. Sources say he even tried to control his ex-girlfriend he's suspected of killing while behind bars, telling her where to be and what time to be there. There's a lot of moving parts to this. As far as the federal case goes, we're told he's due back in court on Thursday for a bond hearing. Now, we're also told this gives Detroit police time to work on that homicide investigation that he's linked to. Reporting live, Erica Erickson, back to you.
All right, y'all. So, this is really, really bad, okay? This is really, really bad. And I'm tired of them constantly letting these ninjas, these YNs, these niggas, I'm tired of them letting them out. I'm tired. You're going to keep letting them out for what? He was already, damn near a 3-time felon? Probably more than that. And you're just going to keep letting him out till he do something wrong? Really wrong? Take somebody's life? He done took 3 people's life. The mama, the sister, and the 9-year-old. Ain't even his child. But done took all 3 of them out. Now, y'all, buckle up. Buckle up for this one. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. Buckle up for this next clip. This is the sister. When I tell y'all this right here is so sad, I couldn't, even if I wanted to break it up, I said, I'm not going to break this up. I'm just going to let this play out. I said, I'm just going to let it play out. When I tell y'all this right here is so sad, she finna explain to y'all where she was at, how she found out, what she saw, and in the process, she going to break down at the same time. This is the daughter that you will see. I don't want to give it away. Here we go.
If you can, describe Ava for me.
It's okay. She was amazing. The best daughter you probably could have asked for. Funny, smart, witty, sassy. She said she wanted to be a gymnast, gymnast, gymnastics, arts and craft. She was just a great kid all around. I never had. This was just my baby girl.
Okay, and then your mom, your sister.
My mom and my sister, those were my biggest support systems. Anytime I ever needed them, I always call on them. My mom, she's a mom. She's always there. And my sister, always there. Any call, just She's just always there.
And so if you can take me back to, would it be Saturday night?
No, I was on vacation. So my mom and my sister purposely were trying to not to contact me a lot just because that was supposed to be my break. And the last time I was talking to both of them was around 2:30. And the last message I told my mom was my flight was delayed, so I will be coming back later on Sunday. I didn't talk with them that.
I just want to say, y'all see how God make things work? She could have been right along with them, and he could have took out every last one of them. But God had to leave somebody here to explain all this to us. So let's keep it going, because Chewy finna burn.
Sunday morning. And once I got to the airport and got back with my connecting flight, I had got a phone call from my sister's friend asking if I talked to my sister or my mom, and that made me call them, and that's just when everything just unraveled, and I found out that they were missing, and it's just my world's just been turned upside down ever since that call.
And then you got back.
I got back. And I seen the news, the car. I asked my friends, I asked my daughter's friend if she was there. I called her dad, asked if she was over there, and no one had heard from anybody. Constantly calling my mom, phone going straight to voicemail. Well, no, she just wasn't answering. And then I asked to check my house, to check the apartment that my mom was staying in, and the car wasn't there. And once I actually seen the car, I just knew it was them. I didn't know it was them, but I knew it was the car. And just kind of piecing things together, hoping that it wasn't them. But as time went on and calls still weren't being answered, it's just, you kind of sit with the reality that it might be them. And today with my daughter's dental records, they confirmed that
Y'all, this so
they
sad.
confirmed that it was my daughter in the car. One of the bodies that were in the car. They still haven't confirmed that it's my mom and my sister, but I'm pretty sure it's them too.
So going back to, they have someone in custody.
Yeah.
What is this person's connection?
My sister's boyfriend. They fought and argued a lot. Just typical. I don't want to say typical, but it's not typical. Multiple occasions she tried to leave him. He wouldn't. He would always find his way back. He was on parole, and she kept saying that she didn't want him to go back to jail, so she didn't want to call his parole officer. The last time I told her about their relationship, I told her if she wanted to be done and if she was really, truly scared of him, tired of him, didn't want to be with him, that she would have to do the unfortunate thing with calling his parole officer. And she didn't. She didn't. She said that she would try to coexist with him. So I do know that they were still living together. She said on multiple occasions that they weren't together. And it's just,
Was he physically abusive with her?
And they physically had multiple fights before.
Tell him about the time where he was allegedly about to kill her. Prior to that, she was in a house being strangled, and she came in to kind of like break the fight up because they live right beside each other. And Courtney swore that she would have died that day had Launcher didn't go inside the house and break the fight up. So
now we have three lives.
3 lives gone.
Lost.
Yeah. 3 generations. A twin, my mom's twin. A 9-year-old, a baby, an innocent child that did absolutely nothing to deserve that. She lost a mom, like she lost everything all in one moment.
So it's just the waiting, the wondering, wondering what happened to them. And it's like I keep trying not to think about what actually happened to them. So it's just constantly waiting.
This story, I'm sorry, y'all can't hear me. This was a lot. This was a lot. It was a lot to take in. A lot to take in. But this story reminded me of the Jennifer Hudson story. That's what this reminded me of. And I don't even know how old Jennifer Hudson's nephew was. Baby, can you look that up for me on your phone? How old was Jennifer Hudson's nephew when he was murdered? The whole family. The mama, her sister, and her nephew. With this young lady is her mama, her sister, but it was her daughter. It was her daughter. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what. I have no idea what could have possibly happened. Besides, they got into another altercation. I mean, was he driving in the car with them? And when I was looking online, word on the street, by looking online, social media, it showed on there that somebody put in the comments, because y'all know everything on PT time is allegedly. Let me make that clear. It's allegedly. And explicit language. Okay? But it was on social media saying that he slit the baby throat. I'm like, what? The 9-year-old baby? You did her like that? So he is in custody. He is in custody. Thank God for that. But I don't know, y'all. These women gotta really pay attention to how they raising their kids. How they raising these boys. These boys need. He was 7. Okay, police say he was 7 years old. Jennifer Hudson nephew was 7. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, it was her brother. It wasn't her mama. It was her brother, her sister, and then the nephew. Yeah. It's just sad. So we're gonna get into this next story, y'all. I want y'all to see what type of kids is out here doing these devilish things. Like these kids is doing stuff in broad daylight now, y'all. Broad daylight. They don't even give a damn. They don't care if their mama see them. They don't care if the neighbor down the street be riding through and see them. They don't care. They don't care if we got doorbell ring cameras. They don't care. Let me say that again. They don't give a damn about y'all doorbell ring cameras. If you ain't got no police officer sitting in front of your goddamn doorstep, he can't even be sitting out there on the curb. He got to be sitting on y'all doorstep. If he ain't sitting on y'all doorstep, ain't none of us safe. Ain't none of us safe. When you go to bed at night, and when you come home, you leave out your house, if the police is not sitting there on your doorstep, even if you ain't got no step, if he got to sit in the damn dirt, that's when you safe. Until then, baby, game on. Game on. When I saw this video, I said, to hell. To hell. I know people recognize these folks. I know they recognize them. Thank God 4 of them has been arrested. Let me repeat that. 4 of them. Number 4 has been arrested. Thank you. But y'all gotta see this shit. Y'all gotta see this. Here we go.
Shooting that killed 3 people and injured 3. 4 teenagers have been charged in a mass shooting that killed 3 people and injured 3 more at a Spotsylvania apartment complex. Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Julie Bragg.
And I'm Bill Fitzgerald. Our Cameron Thompson shares what we know about the suspects and the people who were killed. And he spoke to a man who lives there, who's shaken by what happened.
It's crazy, because I ain't never seen nothing like that at all.
A sense of disbelief and relief in the Spotsylvania neighborhood.
And with all the stray bullets and everything going on, I just want to thank God, by the grace of God, that none of them kids was out here.
A day after a gun battle erupted on this stretch of Old Greenwich Circle that left 3 people dead and 4 arrested, the majority of them teenagers.
It sounded like I was playing a video game. Like, it sounded like one of the Call of Duty games.
And the remnants of which neighbors began to clean up Wednesday, including shattered glass, blood stains, and bullet holes. The Spotsylvania Sheriff's Office says the shooting happened around 5:30 p.m., and it appears it started as an illegal gun sale that turned into a robbery, then shootout.
That was some crazy. There was at least 100 shots going off. That's what it sounded like, just back to back to back to back.
Doorbell camera and cell phone video from neighbors given to CBS 6 shows some of the aftermath, starting with 2 people holding long guns walking back towards the area where the shooting happened. And it appears blood soaked the arm of one of them.
They were big ass guns. Like, that's not normal. They were ready to kill somebody.
The 2 people can then be seen stopping and running back in the other direction. Another neighbor who didn't want to go on camera says those 2 were stopped and arrested in front of her door. And the guns were left
What I'm
leaning.
talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. This is the BS that I'm talking about. When you have these type of tools, you shouldn't have to run from nobody. They need to be running from you. Do you understand that? They need to run from you, not you run from them. Now, we ain't see what the other folks had that made them run away. But still, we saw what they had. And y'all just ran away with y'all big-ass MOUSEKATOOLs. I do not condone teens. Y'all, look at that. Look at that, y'all. Y'all see that? Do y'all see it? No, y'all don't see it. Sorry, I was able to see it. Look at that. They caught 4. And look what they had. Teenagers. Mamas. They somebody kids. We can't sit here and act like they ain't nobody kids. They just fell on earth and just came into the world. Mamas. If these kids are living with you, how come you're not seeing this? Hold on. Why you ain't seeing this toting through your house? Why Are they able to walk in and out your house? Chewy even wants to understand. He don't even understand. He like, that's some bullshit. We're gonna go ahead and finish this because y'all know I gotta be at work in the
Her
morning.
fence. She says she came home right after the shooting happened and found bullets had ripped through her house.
It traumatized me
I know it did, baby girl.
because I could have been in the kitchen and those bullets could have went through my window and killed me.
Law enforcement says in total 3 people were
Pretty
killed in the
much.
shooting. Chase Feaster and Alonzo Goffney, both are 18 and from Spotsylvania. A 20-year-old man was also killed but hasn't been identified. Video obtained by CBS 6's John Burkett shows 2 suspects in the shooting being arrested by law enforcement Wednesday evening. Their faces are blurred because of their age. The sheriff's office says 4 people have been charged in the case: 2 16-year-olds, a 17-year-old, and 18-year-old Jeremiah Upson. Right now, all are just facing a firearm and malicious wounding charge. And with the case now in the court system, neighbors say they're just ready to get back to normal.
We forget about this and life just goes on.
And the sheriff's office says that all of those suspects are being held without bond, except for one of the 16-year-olds who's currently being treated in the hospital. But when he is released, he will be taken into custody. In Spotsylvania, Cameron Thompson, CBS 6 News.
I forget about it once I pack my shit up and move. I sure will forget about it then. Amber said that's why you gotta pray every time you leave your house. Baby, you better say it. Hi, Tina. Tina, Annie, Laura. Hi, Tina, Annie, and Laura. Like Annie, Laura. But yeah. This I'm telling you, ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe. All thing that we can do is just continue to stay, like Amber said, stay prayed up. And pray to God that this ain't your last day. But just know, if it is your last day, and you know for a fact that you making it to heaven, baby, you finna have a glorious time. You ain't got to worry about this shit no more. I'm just saying. Y'all know I like my sound effects. Y'all know I like my sound effects. So, all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on to this next clip, y'all. Because we still got to get into our commercial break. Walmart. I know y'all heard about the Walmart story. A total tragedy. Just like all the other families that come on to Peach Tea Time. A total tragedy. But again, we can't even go to Walmart. We can't even go to Walmart, y'all. It is not safe for us to go to Walmart.
Walmart, the Newton County Sheriff's Office says an employee there
going on?
shot and killed one of his coworkers inside the store and injured
I'm finna
another.
rewind it for y'all. I'm finna rewind it. I had everything waiting. So hold on. Here it is. But I got stuff playing from everywhere. Got all my clips playing. Hold on, y'all. Not going zone. Okay, I don't even know if y'all can hear all that is playing right now. It was like 4 clips playing at the same time. Like, what the hell going on? All right, y'all. Here we go. This is the 19-year-old. And then it was another person that was killed as well. 2 people were shot at Walmart. One of them is still fighting for his life. The other one was deceased. And then the young lady was killed at home. But she worked at Walmart too. Allegedly. Well, everybody know it, but yeah, she worked at Walmart too. And he went to her house. Did y'all hear about this? I know y'all should have heard about this if y'all ain't heard about this. This was like, this was just unbelievable. And I've been trying to find the tape. If y'all can find the video, Anybody out there that is watching, that is listening to my voice right now, and it is a lot of y'all watching right now. If y'all find the video, my friend said she saw the video. She tried to find it, she couldn't find it, but she saw it on TV, on the news. And she said it was the video of him busting in her house and going up the stairs. If y'all can find that video, please send that to me. I have been looking for it, and I have not been able to find it yet. So if you can find it, even if you find it while during the show tonight, please send it to me, because I want to see it and I want to play it for everybody. So, all right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into the family, the Walmart targeted peoples. Here we go.
And welcome to 11 Alive News at 4. I'm Jonathan Martin.
And I'm Faith Jesse, and we begin with that deadly shooting at a Covington Walmart. The Newton County Sheriff's Office says an employee there shot and killed one of his coworkers inside the store and injured another in the parking lot.
And then they say he drove about a mile and a half down the road and shot and killed another employee. The gunman, Dwayne Etta, was arrested in South Carolina, but not before shooting himself. And that is where we find our Chase Howell tonight. Chase, what can you tell us about what happened earlier?
Jonathan, Faith, it's heartbreaking. The family of Akilah Clark, the woman who was shot and killed here, says the man kicked in their front door, chased her around the house, and then shot her to death in front of her mother while her sister hid in the closet. Just about 2 months shy of Akilah Clark's 20th birthday, police say she was gunned down by Dwayne Etta, who police say was her coworker.
She's like how the sun's shining is probably her. Like, that's literally what she was. She was just a light. Like, she was the life of the party.
Natalia Edwards is Clark's aunt. She says that's Etta's shoe print on the front door from when he kicked it in before going into the home and shooting her niece.
And he came in her room and he went for her. Like, he walked right past my sister. He didn't even look in her direction. He didn't say nothing to her. He didn't point the gun at her. He didn't try to hurt her. He came for target and he got his target, unfortunately.
Walmart closed. Meanwhile, at the Walmart Friday afternoon, customers and employees were being turned away after police say Etta shot 2 other co-workers earlier that morning, killing 21-year-old Khalif Barksdale and injuring 29-year-old Ryan Bradley.
It's like, where are you safe at? It's like, we're not safe at the store, and it's like, we're not safe at home. It's like, how are we going to be protected? It's like, we're not even protected by our own coworkers.
Jonathan Dormaville works the same overnight shift as Akilah Clark and Etta.
If the store was open, you wouldn't be able to see him the whole time in the store because he works in the very back. So I don't know, like, how, like, anything will happen. Like, how you would get in an altercation with anybody. It's like, something like that will only happen if you want it to happen.
So why did it happen? That's something police and everyone else are trying to figure out, leaving people to draw up their own conclusions.
We're not really sure of the details of like what's really happening, but from what we kind of know, there was like a problem going on at the job, at the workplace, and it just escalated.
Wow, it's just horrible, Chase. So do we know more about the suspect and where he is right now?
Yeah, Jonathan, as of about 2 hours ago, the Newton County Sheriff's Office says he's in a hospital in Augusta after he shot himself in South Carolina, where police found him after he allegedly shot his coworkers. Jonathan, Faith.
Our Chase Howell live for us in Newton County tonight. Chase, thanks so much.
So y'all heard that, but we ain't done. We ain't done, y'all. We's not done. There's a lot more to this. That's all I'm gonna say. There's a lot more to this. We are going to get into this next video. I mean, I know y'all can hear my voice and everything, but there's a lot more to this. So let's go ahead and get into this. Y'all know I go in order. Go in order. Here we go.
Family of one of those victims in disbelief. The mother of a 19-year-old actually witnessing the moment her daughter was shot and killed. Atlanta News First, Yasmina Alston is live near Emerson Trail. That's in Newton County. Yasmina, this second shooting, it happened inside that victim's home.
Tracy, that's right. And Akilah Clark's mother says her daughter came running into the bedroom early this morning before that suspect allegedly shot her multiple times. Tonight, the family and some friends have already had a small balloon release in her memory in front of the home where this happened.
Somebody came into my house and shot my sister.
The Moments in Newton County family calls for help after a 19-year-old was shot inside of her home. Akilah Clark was one of 3 victims after police say 24-year-old Dwayne Eda fired shots inside a Covington Walmart and then came to Clark's home. Clark's mother told us her daughter came running into her room around 1:30 this morning, screaming that a man was coming in.
Like I said, shot through the bedroom door, charged through the bedroom door, and he applied about 7 to 8 shots, and that was it. And he ran down the stairs, and that was it.
Newton County officials confirm Eda shot 2 people at the nearby store before coming to Clark's house, breaking in and allegedly shooting the teen. Deputies say 21-year-old Khalaf Barksdale died from his injuries, and 29-year-old Ryan Bradley is in the hospital. After the shootings, police say Eda fled to Aiken, South Carolina, where he shot himself after a standoff with officers. He is in critical condition. Eda and all of the victims worked at Walmart together, but Clark's mom says she has no idea why this happened. Her family describes her as vibrant and joyful.
She's a 19-year-old child, my daughter.
And the family has started an online fundraiser for a memorial service for the teen, saying no parent should have to bury their child. Live in Newton County, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.
Just tragic.
Yeah, y'all, that's sad. So, allegedly, he tried to go ahead and off himself, but he was not successful at the time, so he ended up having to go to the hospital. But they said that they was gonna make sure that as soon as he get well, he was definitely going back in. He was going back in. Hold on, y'all. Let's do it again. Hold on. I know y'all probably can't hear this, but I can. And it's the damn distraction to me. So, okay. So they I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I got some more to show y'all. I got some more to show y'all on this topic. All right, here we go. So on this one, they are talking about how the surviving victim is still in ICU. He ain't doing too well. You know, they hoping and praying that he make it, but he is in ICU. So let's listen to this. I have not heard this one, but I just saw what the video said it was about. So I'll be watching this for the first time with y'all. Here we go.
Night questions linger about why 3 Walmart employees were shot early Friday morning in Covington. That Walmart supercenter on Salem Road closed after the shooting, but will reopen Monday, police say, thanks to employees from nearby Walmarts who are getting the shelves ready for customers. 2 people died in the shooting, but the 3rd victim survived and still has quite a fight ahead of him. Atlanta News First Bridget Spencer spoke to his family about his reaction to the shooting. She's at Grady Memorial Hospital with an update.
Yeah, Ryan Bradley is in the ICU, expected to recover. His family's certainly grateful that he's pulling through.
He could have been gone too. Yeah. And that's the crazy part.
29-year-old Ryan Bradley is the only surviving victim of a shooting spree that started at the Walmart in Covington. Newton County deputies identified Dwayne Eda as the gunman who opened fire inside the store, killing 21-year-old Khalaf Barksdale and injuring Bradley.
He didn't fall down. He told me he didn't even feel the bullet. Nah, he ran for his life.
Eda then drove to 19-year-old Akilah Clark's house and killed her, according to investigators. Bradley's family says his co-workers were his primary concern.
Once I showed him the situation about what happened to the girl, what happened to the other 2 people that was involved, he was more so worried about, their welfare and their families.
Eda was apprehended in South Carolina, but not before shooting himself, police say. He remains in critical condition tonight, and now Bradley's family and others are wondering, why did this happen?
He said they didn't even really talk to each other at all. They were just co-workers.
Family says Bradley is expected to recover despite being shot 3 times.
I'm very grateful that that he has pulled through this. I do send my condolences to the other family.
His brother says he has physical rehab ahead, but he's more concerned that the mental anguish will take longer to deal with.
He's shocked just as much as we are shocked.
We're told he's the father of a young son. We're sharing information about his online fundraiser on AtlantaNewsFirst.com. In Atlanta tonight, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
All right, so he is gonna be okay. He talking. He letting them know what happened or whatnot. But like he said, he don't even know him like that. He don't know why this man ain't tripping or whatever. I don't know why, but I will say this. He probably know what he was doing. The young man that did it. The man that's in ICU, he probably don't remember, exactly what happened or whatnot. I mean, like, he knows that he didn't do nothing to him, but he don't know what this boy have heard. He don't know what he have heard him say. Or he just wanted to just let these folks out of here. Now, apparently, he had either went to the girl's house with her before or dropped her off at home before. So that's how he knows where she stayed. But this is the last clip, y'all. This was breaking news today. This evening, actually. This was this evening breaking news. I will be putting this on my page just as well. But this is breaking news, y'all. Breaking news this evening, tonight. Here we go.
Covington Walmart shooting investigation. Police telling us in just the last 5 minutes that the suspected shooter, Dwayne Uda, has died. Arresting officers say Uda shot himself Friday on I-20 in South Carolina after a standoff with police. Back in Covington, that Walmart has partially reopened today. Atlanta News First Alani Latang live now outside the Walmart in Covington with all the latest developments.
Joy, so the Walmart is now open for its first time today since the Friday shooting. Every department now open, but what's different is there's a police presence that's been outside all day here. And while customers tell us that it's sad knowing what happened, they also think more needs to happen in terms of security. The Walmart on Salem Road is back open after police say an employee shot two of his colleagues after hours on Friday. Shoppers say it's business as usual inside, but outside. Shopper LaWanda Johnson says the parked Newton County Sheriff's car isn't normal.
It's normally quiet, never any issues that I've had here. So just to hear about this, it's surprising and alarming.
Police say Walmart employee Dwayne Uday shot and killed 21-year-old Khalaf Barksdale and seriously injured 29-year-old Ryan Bradley. Police say Uday then shot and killed their other co-worker, 19-year-old Akilah Clark, inside her home.
It doesn't feel real, honestly.
Kashane Reed went to high school with Akilah.
How do you feel coming back here?
Honestly, I'm a little, I wouldn't say traumatized, but the feelings is still in the air. People still feel the tension of what happened.
Graduating a year after Akilah, Kashane says she brought the light around school.
Akilah was in the hearts of so many people. Like, a lot of people knew her. A lot of people, found her energy beautiful. Like, she was a beautiful person.
Police later arrested Uday on Interstate 20 in South Carolina, where he shot himself after a standoff with police. This same Walmart experienced a shooting between two employees last October. Police say the two men shot at each other during an argument in the parking lot. No one got hurt, but police arrested them.
Which is crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. They need security, definitely. If this is happening yearly, definitely something needs to be done.
And we spoke to the sole survivor, the family of him. That's Ryan Bradley. They say he's recovering. He's doing some talking. And police tell us that they hope to learn more information from him. And again, we're just now learning breaking news that that suspect who shot himself in South Carolina has now died. Again, we hope to continue to follow the story and learn more from police as this develops. Reporting live in Covington, I'm Alani Latang, Atlanta News First.
Thank you.
Breaking news, baby. Breaking news. He has basically succeeded what he wanted to do, which was take his own life out. And I bet them doctors was working hard. They was working their asses off, trying to save him. Trying to save him so that he can go ahead and pay for what he has done. But he wouldn't have made it that long inside the prison. They would have tore him up in there. Hey, Mama Peach. How you doing, Mama Peach? Mama Peach is playing on Roku. It should be playing on Roku TV, baby. We should be live on Roku TV. If not, Mama Peach, let me know. So maybe I can see if I need to do some things. All right, y'all. So let's get into these last few clips. We got to go back to us again. We got to go back to us. Sometimes us can act a fool. I'm just being honest. Sometimes us can act a fool. Arguing turns into something really, really big to where people got to pull out MOUSEKATOOLs in the family. These people that you've been knowing for many, many years out of your life. And then one day, you say, you know what? I just can't take this no more. And then it's like a big shootout in the family, with the family, within the family. I don't know. We're gonna watch this though.
I don't know what to make of it. In 31 plus years of this job, this ranks up there with one of the crazier ones I've heard.
And we begin with breaking news out of the west side of Detroit, where 5 family members have been sent to the hospital, all of them with gunshot wounds. Detroit police say there was a fight between family members and then things escalated into a full-on shootout. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Hillary Goulston.
And I'm Dave Spencer. We are learning more now about the conditions of those multiple victims. Fox 2's Camille Mary joins us live from the scene. Camille, so much to unpack here. Where to start?
Yeah, 2 people, though, are critical condition and 3 in temp serious. But let's talk about what happened. Let's rewind the clock back to yesterday. And that's what led up to all this is a family member died after a long-term illness. She was an elderly woman. And then today, all the family members were together trying to discuss logistics after a passing, what to do as far as funeral arrangements go, where to have the body taken, when all of a sudden chaos broke out. A physical altercation, then a shooting. We know right now, as I said at the top, that 2 brothers in their 50s in critical condition, and then 3 women who are also family members. One of them, the wife of one of the brothers, and then also a niece who was in her 20s, also in the hospital. Now, the Assistant Chief Fitzgerald talks about this way better than I can, so I want you to listen to what he has to say in his own words.
Sounds like it started with the 2 brothers in a physical altercation. Gun falls out of the one brother's waistband. Another brother picks it up, fires a shot. Others return fire to defend that person. And even when the original officers, the responding officers arrived at scene, they were still fighting on the front lawn. One of the family members had a broom, hit another family member with the broom.
Okay, so right now we know that there was also a person who was inside the house. This all happened outside, but who was inside the house, who is suffering from a stroke, who is recovering from that. Police worried that he could have maybe been hit in this, but he's okay. And then also a bullet hit another house. Luckily, no one was hit. Right now, it's kind of a hectic situation because someone walked up. He actually walked up to us first and then to police because he's trying to get to his house back there. He's screaming at police. Police are trying to get him to calm down. He doesn't appear to be related to all of this, but still kind of adding to the stress and the chaos of this scene. But for now, that's what's going on. Of course, we're going to stay on top of this and bring you the latest information as soon as we get it. Reporting live, Camille Mary, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Camille, whenever you're dealing with these domestic situations, we know emotions can run high. Do we know if the family members who were not injured are cooperating with the investigation at this point?
Well, again, interesting. And also, too, I didn't even tell you where this was. This is in Detroit, Sussex and Linden. Again, I apologize for kind of the chaos. You can probably hear the screaming behind me. But we do know that one of the people arrested, a woman, is also believed to be a family member. But who shot who? One of the people who shot is in the hospital, but police still trying to sort it all out. Just a very chaotic, messy scene. And again, this with this neighbor arguing with police is not helping matters at all.
Yeah,
David, Hillary, back to you.
We know this happened a few hours ago, and it's still an ongoing investigation. So we'll check back with you later on. Thank you for that live report.
All right, y'all. So just for the record, I will not be following this story. Okay? Just thought I'd tell y'all that. I won't be following it. I have no need to follow it. I don't want to. It's just a bunch of ignorance to me. We all know and feel that every time somebody in our family passes away, somebody got to act the fool. Can't put it no other way. Somebody got to act the fool. Every single time. Every single time. Somebody got to act the fool. Sometimes you know who it's going to be in the family. Sometimes you don't. But it's very rare, very, very rare, that somebody don't act the fool. Because everybody acts the fool. Some of them. I mean, I don't know not one person family. I just don't. But hopefully one day, we can all correct it. One day we can all correct it. All right? Let's get into this commercial break, y'all. We got to get into a commercial break. After this commercial break, we will be coming back to the 14-year-old that was shot and killed outside his home in the yard, baby. Ooh. That's sad. But here go this commercial break.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Demissus. Demissus with the kisses, baby. Mwah. Or you can just call me Miss Peachy. That's all good too. Look, welcome to Peachy Tea Time. And it's Monday where I'm solo dolo. Yes, solo dolo. Unless I have a special guest. But y'all make sure y'all tune in each and every Monday, okay? Each and every Monday, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget to watch the other shows too. On Wednesday night, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And on Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much, but we got to head on back to this show, okay? Make sure y'all continue to watch this show. Bye. We out.
All right, we are back. All right, y'all ready to get into the story? Another sad situation. But you know, we are the ones that have to play these things. We are the ones. If we got a big platform over here at Peach Tea Time, why not utilize it for something to bring awareness and, most importantly, keep loved one's name alive? Here we go.
Developing tonight at 6, the search is on for a killer in LaGrange after police say a 14-year-old boy was shot and killed in his own backyard. And investigators say they need the public's help now to try to track down the shooter. 11 Alive Chase House spoke with the boy's mentor and the neighbors who knew him well.
A gunshot replaced the sound of a basketball being dribbled when 14-year-old Demarion Carter was shot to death in his backyard in LaGrange Friday night.
I saw him as a son that I never had.
Jerome Cofield mentored Demarion. He says Demarion joined his mentorship program, Empowerment 3D Incorporated, 5 years ago.
He was just a voice to his age group where I couldn't reach, Demarion could. And he was a leader. Without opening his mouth, he was a leader, and he led in his own way.
Demarion not only leaving an impression within the program, but also his neighborhood.
He's shooting basketball, playing with his sister, playing with the dog.
Rico Body lives 2 houses down. He says the teenager kept to himself and never really left the yard.
He was a great kid overall. Like, he shoot basketball every day you see him. Like, he's not in the street, so this right here was just tragedy.
Demarion's influence still being felt even after he's gone.
There was a young kid that became a part of our program yesterday because of Demarion. So even in death, he's still reaching young men.
At this hour, police are still looking for the person who shot Demarion and why. Reporting in LaGrange, Chase Howell, 11 Alive News.
And hopefully that individual comes forward. By the way, the LaGrange Police Department is asking anyone out there with information to contact them immediately.
And we got one more, y'all, so we're just going to go on ahead and get into that one, too. We got one more on this topic. One more video. So here we go.
Killed Friday night sitting in his front yard by himself, really minding his own business. Police say that shooter.
Let me start it.
Let's go now to Alexa Liaco.
Hey there, we are just getting some new information here. A 14-year-old was shot and killed Friday night sitting in his front yard by himself, really minding his own business. Police say that shooter is on the run. 14-year-old Demarion Carter was the victim here. I just spoke with his mother on the phone. She said she was too distraught to even talk about her son and tell us anything good about him. She said, I just can't do it right now. But we did speak to his mentor. He was in a youth mentorship group for the last 5 years, and his mentor said that he was an amazing young man who had big dreams of playing basketball and going to college. Here's a little bit else about what his mentor had to say.
He was dear. He was more than just a mentee. He was my son, and he listened to everything I asked him to do, whether if it was something like he got in trouble in school and he needed someone to talk to. And I said, Demarion, come to the office. He would make that appointment. It wasn't that he would try to duck and hide. No, he would always face anything he did, whether good or bad, he was there.
He said he was a young man of true character and really was working on his emotional maturity even at 14 years old. And LaGrange police now are asking for the community's help in finding justice for Demarion Carter. They say the shooter who killed that young man shot him and then ran off, and police is now still looking for him right now. There is a Crime Stoppers reward for any information leading to an arrest. If you have any information, please call that number. We'll have that on fox5atlanta.com. But for now, live in LaGrange, Alexa Liaco, Fox 5 News.
Thank you, Alexa. Another deadly shooting under investigation. This one.
All right, y'all. If you know something, say something. Okay, it don't seem like this boy was supposed that it was meant for him. I don't know. I don't think it was by listening to this family and what they have to say and everything. A tragedy. My heart goes out to his family, his friends. So if you know something, say something. And that's about any other stories that I have on PGT Time. If you know something, say something. We ain't got time. We do not have time to be scared to walk out our door. We ain't got time to be scared to go to Walmart. If you know something, say something so that they get these folks up off the streets. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, y'all, we have came to the last part of the show, y'all. I saved this for last. I sure did. I'm going to leave this up. If you know something, say something. I'm going to leave it up. If y'all know who is making threats to Marvin Sapp, say something. Say something. This is for Marvin Sapp. Y'all. Marvin Sapp has spoken. He don't like the way we treating him out here in these streets. Marvin Sapp said he is getting death threats. All because he asked y'all asses to give $20. That was going to equal $40,000. But because he asked y'all to give y'all tithes, give y'all offerings, the benevolence funds, the Just Because Fund, the building fund, because he asked y'all got to say y'all ready to kill him. Marvin Sapp said the devil is a lie. So, I'm going to leave this up. If you know something, say something. If y'all know who is making these threats to Marvin said. Here we go. And don't be over there laughing, y'all. Do not be laughing.
Church of Gospel is adding more security because of death threats towards its bishop. It's on the heels of this viral video about an offering during a church service in another state from last year. It is a case that also has lessons about social media responsibility. Our Marvin Hurst sitting down with the bishop to talk about the controversy and shares his plans to close the door.
Bishop Marvin Sapp and his Chosen Vessel Church in Fort Worth have become targets.
The attacks that I've received on social media, the phone calls that we received in our church, I mean, literally, profane, cussing me out, death threats, all kind of crazy stuff, and all of this, I was like, man, this all happened over me asking, people to give a nominal fee of $20.
The Gospel Star gave us copies of the voicemails. After listening to them, we decided they were too vile to give voice to. In the meantime, Sapp says they did not report the matter to police. Instead, they have hired off-duty officers to increase security at the church.
Oh God, my Father.
So this threat stems from the recent release of a video clip. It is from the Pentecostals of the World Conference in Baltimore last July. He presided over the evening services and challenged the audience to sow $20 for an offering, which would have raised $40,000 for the conference.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Right outside the doors were vendors. So it was like loud.
I think that's where he messed up, y'all. Let me go back. I think that's where he messed up. Because, y'all, if you have been to a black church, they're going to ask you to give some money. They're going to ask you to give your tithes and offering. They're going to beg you to give your tithes and offering. Because they're going to tell you that if you give your tithes and offering, God going to bless you even more. And this is what God wants you to do. So they're trying to help us. But then you got so many people that don't even go to church no more, don't even know nothing about a tithe and offering, that they think that's wrong. And like I said, I think it only went this far because of the way he said, close the door. Close the door. And when he said, come. I think Poolie Slick did that to me today or yesterday. Poolie said, come. Let's just say, come. Here we go. I started back over. Don't worry, don't take long to find it.
God, my Father.
So this threat stems from the recent release of a video clip. It is from the Pentecostals of the World Conference in Baltimore last July. He presided over the evening services and challenged the audience to sow $20 for an offering, which would have raised $40,000 for the conference.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Right outside the doors were vendors. So it was like loud when the doors were opened. And of course, people can't hear that, so they assumed that, when I said close the doors, not lock the doors, but close the doors, that, I was trying to keep people inside for the premise and purpose of them giving, when the truth of the matter is that, offering is a sacred moment.
Is it the battle of money in this situation, or is it the desire to believe the worst about the person?
I think it's the desire to believe the worst about the person. People assume that, the preacher is pimping people in the urban community. When the saddest thing about that concept is that we're only considered being pimps, when we're raising offerings, but we're not considered that when we're paying light bills and gas bills and feeding those in the community. The church does a lot of great work.
So this situation allows them to remind people about the responsibility associated with social media.
Let me say this. I don't really like to talk about religion and all that stuff. I really, really don't. Because it can take it to a whole nother level. But what I will say is this. He is right as far as the black community do be thinking that the pastors be robbing us. And I think the only reason why we feel that way is because we all get to a point where we realize that the church is a nonprofit organization. They get grants, they get our money, they get grants, they get our money. And then they get other folks' money too. I'm a nonprofit organization. I ain't got no grants yet. I do get people's money, but I ain't got no grants yet. Where am I helping people? Victims, crime victim families. Those are the people that I help. Crime victim families. I'm just being honest. That's what PGT Time Foundation is about. We help crime victims families. The churches, they supposed to help everybody. They're supposed to help everybody. Everybody. Now, I remember listening to Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And Nephew Tommy did a prank call. And he called this pastor and told the pastor that he only been to church one time. He joined church that one time. He ain't been back in about 3 years. But he needs some money. He want to know how much the church is making every Sunday. And he need to cut. And when I tell y'all that preacher went off. And all he kept saying was, I don't know you. You mean tell me you been in my church one time and you expect me to help you? How many times you think the folks went to that convention? The convention that Marvin Sapp was at. Now again, I don't see nothing wrong with Marvin Sapp telling everybody to pay that $20. Because at the end of the day, if you want to pay it, you gonna pay it. If you don't want to, you ain't got to. It's that simple. If you got it in your pocket, you gonna feel bad if you don't give it because he making you feel bad. But Marvin Sapp is not finna go up to each and everybody and check y'all pockets, y'all purses, or any other preacher. I hope they ain't doing it. And forcefully making y'all give this money. The thing is, we have all been so accustomed to giving our tithes, which to this day, I am a firm believer in giving my tithe money. It took me a while to get to this point where I pay my tithes every Sunday. Sometimes I pay them on Friday when I get paid. When you know what you know, when you know what you know, you're going to pay your tax. And you're going to encourage others to pay their tax. Now, if you go to a church like I go to, and baby, and they read off how much money they done collected every week through tithes and offerings, plus the offerings on, what is it, Bible study? Yeah, they take up offering on Bible study. They don't take up tithe, but take up offering on Bible study. Make good money. Plus, you get all these grants and all this. Are they helping the community? Yes. You're supposed to help the community. Do they pick and choose who they want to help? Yes, they probably do that too. They probably do that too. So all I'm gonna say, if you know something, say something. Leave Marvin Sapp alone. Just leave him alone. It's done. It's over with. We got bigger fish to fry. We got other things. This man just went to Walmart and shot 2 folks, and then turned around and went to old girl house, bust the door down, and went right on up in there and killed her. Marvin Sapp is making even a little bit extra more than that $40,000 that he asked y'all for, and y'all decided not to give, or y'all did give. And I'm more than sure that he got over $40,000 at this convention. They can look in the audience. Let me quit. I paid my tithes on Sunday. Lord knows my heart. He knows my heart, and he knows how I feel. He knows how I feel. I'm just gonna say it. I think they be looking in the audience, they be gauging. You feel me, baby? No, I feel you looking this way. Oh, boys. I thought he said he feel me. I mean, I feel. What? I can't even get it out. But I do. And sometimes I be thinking they be gauging in the audience. They be like, okay, look, we got about at least a good 500 up in this joint. I know I should be coming home with about this much. You know? I'm just saying. Like, my pastor has said, and I mean, I love my pastor. I really do. I love my pastor. Tina, I love my pastor. Tina, I see you. I see you, Tina. And I'm going to get back to those questions because I was looking at it. Yes, Tina. This one I put on my page. That one is on my page. So I will be covering that just as well. But not tonight. Not tonight. Hey, Carmen. Carmen, Mama P said, you need to be stopped. You need to be stopped. Now, I'm just finna say, y'all know I try to be very transparent on PT Time, and I try to tell the truth, on how I feel. I can't speak for everybody else. I cannot. And I am a work in progress. But when I see things, I see it. If I see it, I see it. And this is just my thoughts that be going through my head during the time. But one thing that my pastor does that I kind of, it seemed like a little suspect to me. I'm still trying to figure it out. Is that every time when it's time for people to join church, I'm telling y'all, he be up there. He just got finished preaching, still standing up, like right at the end of preaching. And it's time to tell everybody, whoever want to come join the church, y'all come on. We got this song that's specifically for people to join church. Okay? We all be standing up singing this. I've been going to this church for a long time. We all stand up, we all sing the song. Da 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 da. And then sometimes the preacher be like, the Lord just told me. I'm like, he did? And I know the Lord talked to pastors. He talked to us too. He talked to people. He sure talked to me. He told me to leave my job. I'm just saying. And I did. I'm back working. But he told me to leave my job. And I'm so glad he told me to leave my job, because that's what I needed to do. Because he blessed me with something even bigger and better. But anyways, the pastor would sit there and be like, the Lord, in the middle, after he done preaching, we sang in the song. He like, the Lord done told me that it's going to be 20 of y'all that's going to come up here and join church. And we just be singing the song. And before you know it, people start coming up. And it's always over the number that he said what's gonna come? Always. Always. Now, I don't know if he see that these people getting ready to get up and then maybe they just fell back down. I don't know. But he be spot on. Now, not spot on to where right on the dot. It's been times where he was right on the dot. He said God told him 10 people came. But for the most part, it's always more. Tina, let me give Tina a round of applause. He said the Lord told and I ain't even laughing because I think she being funny. I know she telling the truth because when the Lord talk to you, he talk to you. He don't have I told you he don't have a conference call with everybody. He talks to you and only you. But I'm still trying to figure out why some Sundays the pastor don't say nothing at all. And there still be some people that come and join. Sometimes don't nobody come join. I don't know. I just feel like that's just a little bit of suspect. Suspect. And then another thing. Why? I got so many questions. Mom, maybe I need to call you and ask you these questions. Because I understand y'all, and we got to make this clear too. The churches got bills they got to pay. They have bills that they have to pay. Some of these churches got schools. Whole schools. They got to pay all these bills. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay for all y'all communions, y'all bread, and y'all grape juice. They got to pay for all it. Lights, the microphones, the videographers, the photographers, the ushers, the nurses. The list goes on. The assistants, assistants, the people that own the bookstores. Like, they got a lot of stuff they got to pay for. They really do. But why is it that every Sunday when it's time to pay tithes, why the preacher put up that he got a cash app too or a Zelle and y'all can give it to him too? So you get to your tithes, you get to your offerings, you get to the benevolence funds, the building fund if they have that. And then they just want a special donation. And now the preacher wants you to give to him too. That's like 6 different things that you give it to. This is almost every week. I'm sorry, Mama Peach, but some people going broke. Some people are going broke because they keep giving. Because they listen to these new pastors. You know, I remember what Uncle Smith taught me. Tithes and offering. Made that very clear. Tithes and offering. Tithes is a must. Offering, if you got it, you know, dish out a little extra change, you know, if you got it. That's what offering is. But tithes, you gotta pay tax. So, again, all I'm gonna say is, if you know something, say something. Leave Marvin Sapp alone. Quit giving Marvin Sapp death threats. Because at the end of the day, God don't want y'all doing that to him. That's all. That's all I gotta say. God don't want it. Even though I heard some things about Marvin Sapp, but I ain't even finna go there with y'all. I'm not finna go there with y'all. I ain't finna go there with y'all. I'm not. I ain't even got my hat on. So no, I'm not going there with y'all today. Tonight. But I love y'all so much. I thank y'all for joining me tonight. We are about to get out of here. Don't forget, we will be partying on Saturday. So I don't know if I'll be doing the show on Friday night. I possibly will, but then again, I possibly won't. I'm not sure. ATL. I say, you know what? Let me go on ahead and just do this for my cousin right quick. ATL, y'all looking for a notary? Notary services. Y'all go ahead and hit up my cousin. Let me see if I get this banner down right quick. There you go. You can see the whole flyer. Hit up my cousin. This flyer was made by yours truly. Oh yeah, y'all. We're done with Marvin said. Let me take them down. We don't even need to see the end of that. I don't. But anyways, Miss Shannon Coleman Notary Services. Y'all hit her up. Her email is Shannon's Notary Service at gmail.com. And then you guys can see the screen. You can take a picture of it and you can save it for when you need it. If you're in the ATL, baby, and she does mobile. So get at her so that y'all can get these prices, baby, and see what's good. Okay? All right. Now, again, I love you guys so much. I will see y'all on Wednesday. We do have a family. And I should have brought up the flyer. So let me get the flyer for the family. Is that them? Yeah, this them right here. Detroit in the building, baby. Detroit is in the building. Do y'all hear me? Detroit is in the building on this Wednesday, y'all. This Wednesday, we have the mother, Brescia McWhite. Possibly his dad will be coming on too. Along with Brescia, her husband. Things are just really hard for him right now at this time, y'all. And my heart goes out to this family. It really does. As you can see, it says on the other side, I need answers. Why did my son cross I-275 on foot? This happened in 2022, March 12th, as you can see. He was born on April 19th, 2003. 2003. So he was still a baby, y'all. Still a baby. And they is about to be celebrating his birthday. So they will be on the 16th, as you can see, April 16th, live. She got all her peoples coming with her, baby. They finna be so Detroit-ish up in here. I'ma be just like I'm at home, baby, because y'all already know I'm from Saginaw and I reps my city, baby. So shout out to BV. I love when I have Detroiters on my platform. I love when I have Saginaw on my platform just as well. Because to me it's like just being at home. And for those that don't know, I have families from all over the United States that come on PGT time to tell their loved one's story. But when you have somebody coming from home, it's like a whole nother ballpark. So I cannot wait to do this show on Wednesday. We are going to celebrate Low. That's his nickname. That's what they call him, Low. We're going to celebrate Low making it up there without us. But we all going to meet him one day. And his mama and his daddy going to see him again. Best believe it. So I will see y'all out on Wednesday, 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. And that's it, y'all. Life is good. There go Jonah, Lil Flex. He is our 2-week spotlight. So y'all will see Lil Flex. Jonah. Y'all will see Jonah each and every show except for on Wednesdays if we have a family on. But besides that, he will be on every show that I do. And we will acknowledge our peachy loved ones to keep their name alive, show y'all the tribute videos, which is made by me. So
I think we should go on ahead and end the show. I think we should end the show with the tribute. We started the show off with the tribute, so let's go ahead and end the show with the tribute. Now we ain't gonna do this on every show. We only been playing on one per show, but I really liked this tribute video. I put a lot into this video. I really did. So here we go. And I love y'all, and I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Bye. And again, thank y'all for all the birthday love that y'all gave me, all the cash apps, the Zelles, the money in your pockets. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Y'all really showed up and showed out for your girl. So thank you. All right, we out of here. Rest in peace, Jonah.
Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same if I saw you in heaven? Oh, I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand if I saw you in heaven?
What's up, Facebook? You know that your boy Lil Flex. Yes, sir. You already know that it's your boy Lil Flex. We are live, direct, straight shots.
Night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Oh, here in heaven. Oh, 'cause I don't belong here.
Yeah, man, so Jonah Ware, man, that's like my little brother, aka Lil Flex, aka Bop King, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So when he got to the stage, you already know what it was, and I purposely had this young man to go to this event because I wanted the people, I knew it was going to be a church type event, sort of a lot of church people, but I wanted him there so that people could understand reality. You know what I mean? So when you look at him, it's reality. You know what I mean? The struggle is reality. And his music, you can hear it in his music, but you can also understand he has an element of God. You know what I mean? So when he came to the stage, I said, yeah, we're going up even further.